A relic-based system exists, but in another Kabam game. Should we compare it? Battlegrounds cheating via the method of sandbagging. Let's see what this is all about. Tom Cruise Iron Man by Nick Coss. Alliance War Season 37 rewards have been buffed, and much more. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Marvel Contest Champions News Show for Friday.
You want to know how I lost my body? Tiger shark bit it clean off. I was saving Ronaldo from a body surfing accident.
He scored a penalty last night. Let's snap into this bitch. Make sure to do the usual, subscribe with post notifications on, or hit the lick button. Yes, indeed, I did say the lick button. It's a new feature for YouTube. Go give it a lick. In any case, we kick off with a Tom Cruise Iron Man. As you know, rumours were that in the Multiverse of Madness film, we would... Oh, God, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. If anybody has seen the Tropic Thunder film, you know exactly what kind of like reference that's from. That's insane. Okay, you've got Tom Cruise. Honestly, is an absolute G. If you've seen the opening for the trailer tease for Reckoning, the new Mission Impossible film, you know why he's a complete badass. Even like I think he's like close to 60s. He's a complete badass. But yeah, it's so cool. I think that's the ship from Oblivion. And then yeah, honestly, this is probably one of my favourite ones that Nick's done. Especially just it's so good. Check it out in the link in the description. Go and support Nick Coss and the work he's doing, because it's just badass. We're going to see this dance one more time. It's like there, that kind of like dance. I think it's Les Grossman dance. Not 100% sure, but it kind of like... I think he may have done it in like another film. Could be wrong, but it's so cool. Tom Cruise. Move quickly over to Season 37. As you know, Season 36 has just ended, and we're jostling for position until Season 37 goes live on the 28th of September. And the 28th of September will lead to some more interesting things coming in, like Tier 6 class Catalyst fragments. Yes, rank 5 6-star materials are entering into the kind of the breakdown of spicy rewards you can get, which Kabam are giving out 25% for Master and going down as far as well, actually it's a big jump from Master 2 to Master 3, and even like, oh, it's all the Masters. So you've got to be a Master another day. Good news is for the lower area of the game, when you're looking at the your platforms downwards, it does look like there's a little bit of a kind of like a little booster-rooney when it comes to the 6-star shards. Or is it actually? I can't remember. I think they're the same. But definitely, if you're Gold 1, you are seeing like some substantial buffs to that, which is positive. But I think it's the extra amount of shards in this section here. From my perspective, I got Gold 1, my first Alliance War season back after 2 years, and getting a 6-star Nexus additional to 15,000 6-star shards. Thumbs up. That's nice. I like that. So yeah, all good. There are a few little changes here and there to certain elements of nodes, which for those that are astutely minded in these particular things will probably enjoy. You can get to the link in the description. The blacklist and banned is Spider-Man 2099 and Ghost, and whitelisted is Human Torch and Hercules for those that are experts, and it's whitelisted Human Torch and blacklisted Spider-Man 2099. So it could be a more interesting season. And there's an edit saying that the original reward for silver tiers erroneously included 6-star Nexus crystals instead of 5-star Nexus crystals, as they would have had. Yeah, imagine that. If you're in a silver kind of going, oh, I can get myself a 6-star Nexus. No, you can't. That would be funny. But yeah, a few no changes here or there. Go check out the link in the description if you want to read more about what Kabam are doing for this. But yeah, kicks off on the 28th of September. Next up on Battlegrounds. Yes, Battlegrounds. I really didn't want to be talking too much about Battlegrounds, but it seems like there's loads of little things that are kind of like causing an issue elsewhere that I think is important to mention. So I saw this thread opened up a can of worms, and we'll kind of look into Kabam responses, because those are those are important things to find out what Kabam doing about it. So, as Blue Citizen says here, so I've been playing Battlegrounds since it came out and reached Silver 2 bracket yesterday. But since then, I haven't won a single match due to people using squads of half 1-star champs and half 6-star rank 3 champs. Keep in mind, I am still uncollected and have only played people with squads as powerful as my own, or a little bit of prior. I don't know if what these people are doing is considered cheating due to their profile saying they're Thronebreaker and Paragon, and the fact that they're competing against Uncollected and Cavalier players. After finding this info, I just wanted to ask the community on what their thoughts on this were, and that's the problem. That's a bit of an exploit, to be honest. It's good. Thing is, I suppose that's the difficulty. I'm sure people that are doing it would say it's good strategy, but then there's others that would look at it and go like, well, it's kind of an exploit because what you're doing, and to kind of like give you an idea, I need to find like a good way to kind of like explain this. The best way I could describe it is kind of like this. So Kabam had a lot of problems with Marvel Realm of Champions with algorithmically matchmaking, and it looks like they got the same problem when it comes to Battlegrounds as well. Again, this is not the best way to explain it, but it's kind of a way to explain it. So it's like saying if we have player 1 who's say Uncollected and player 2 that is like, I don't know, Paragon. The Paragon player fields a team of 3 champions based on 6-star rank 3, which is like worth 100 points to the algorithm, and 1-star which gets 20 points, another 1-star that gets 20 points, meaning that they come to 140 points. They then matchmake. They matchmake against a player 1 who is an Uncollected player that has got a 5-star rank 5, that's the highest rarity they've got, and then 2 rank for 5 stars, which give them 150 points. So on the paper of the matchmaker, it looks like that the player who's Uncollected, the lower player, has the advantage against the Paragon player or player that's sandbagged as a result, therefore giving them a more favourable matchup and a more smashable 6-star rank 3 to literally take on the kind of like situation and more than likely win. That's not 100% the best way to explain it, because you do have to consider other things as to like banning certain champions and decks, but then like it goes some way to kind of like give you an explanation of how they're managing to bend this. So yeah, as Simania says here, it's not cheating, it's bending the rules. And now after some YouTube videos exposing this, everybody's doing it. Yeah, well there you go. I don't know if it would have been advisable to make YouTube videos completely on that particular subject, but as of early yesterday, it doesn't seem like the matchmaker has been that intelligent. And again, this is something that Kabam need to work on. They didn't do a very good job when it came to Marvel Realm of Champions. Granted, it could have been a different team, but it's definitely when it comes to matchmaking, things need to be done better. This very much seems like it's a fine line between where it stands in the community with being fair and unfair. And this player says here, how is this cheat or an exploit? Nowhere does it say you have to pick your 30 best. So I pick who I choose, and if there's 2 stars, so be it. I like my 2 stars, play with them at least once, maybe twice a year in the Mega Grind Arena. If the mode wasn't set up like this, then the issue would be moot. Why match totals to totals? Just match the 2 next available in queue, regardless of champ rating, win or loss ratio, or whatever else, when you lose, or for that fact, when enough you will be in the bracket you should be. But in any case, regardless of what other people are saying, we need to see what Kabam are responding against this, because that will be the main thing as to like how they deal with this particular situation. So yesterday early, Kabam Jack said, while the tactic as discussed here exists in a bit of a grey area in terms of taking advantage of the system, it does seem like something the game team has under a microscope. It wouldn't surprise me if we see changes in the near future on the way matchmaking weighs different elements. Kabam Mike said it's not cheating, but it's not sportsman-like behavior, and we'll be making some changes to fix it. We don't know exactly how at this time or how quickly we can move on it, but we can. But we do plan to address it. So yeah. And as of late yesterday, as I said here, the team has implemented a major adjustment to the matchmaking that will help prevent the use of this method of sandbagging. They will continue to evaluate the matchmaking situation and make changes as they see fit. There's lots of opinions coming in still about this particular subject. If you want to have your say, go to the link in the description down below. For me, and the way that I look at this is that the solo competitive mode should always have the elements of what competitive is. And that is a fair competitive scene where you've got people on equal playing fields first, equal roster depth, strength, breadth, whatever, versus each other. And that's something that I hope this matchmaking situation actually gets to. But thoughts in the comment section about that. Now let's move on to the most important story of the day, and that is all about the Relic announcement in Disney's Mirrorverse, and how, and do take all this with a pinch of salt, how it could be impacting into Marvel Contest of Champions. And what we're going to be doing is flipping between this announcement here and this info right here and the dev diary from spring 2021, which states about information about relics and how this can be kind of like cross-linked over. So let's go first of all with the Mirrorverse side of things. Now look, is it presumptuous to say that this is definitely going to be what we're going to see in Marvel Contest of Champions with relics? as I said, pinch of salt with this one. But there's helpful and interesting information as to the way Kabam do it in Mirrorverse versus what they could be doing when it comes to this. But we're going to go into this deep dive it now. So fire at will. Sorry, fire at will. I was going to say fire eat will. Fire eat will. No. Just this information dropped from Relics and Disney Mirrorverse. In case you haven't bothered trying, Mirrorverse has borrowed a lot of the in-game mechanics in MCOC, which should be able to general idea of Relics could look like in this game. They are class-based and star-tiered with four relic slots per character. I was sorry if you didn't see this something similar. To be honest, and do bear in mind, if Kabam do the same thing, it's basically this is gear. This is a gear game. This is something that the player base that they didn't want to see in Marvel Contest of Champions. And if this is the case, then what it does is that this causes more imbalance elsewhere. But as I said, pinch of salt, because this might not be what we see in game. And I thought this was meant to have more of an association with strikers, but again, I'll dispel that. Maybe I got that wrong, and I will kind of like have a look at that just to clarify in a second. But I like the response here. To be honest, shouldn't compare these two games, which to a point is, I somewhat agree with that. Fire at Will says illogical, Spock reference. But as well, Kabam said, hey there, while I do love Mirrorverse and MCC are two pretty different games with different systems and combat that can vary pretty significantly from each other, I'd be hesitant about trying to compare feature in either game one-to-one based on just the name. Switching now to the dev diary and the way that they kind of like talk about this in 2021, spring 2021. We aim to grow that power. Relics are coming. Relics are new power cores of power that provide individual champions the ability to apply custom buffs to their kits. Individual relics act as vessels for collection of new buffs with host of unique abilities tied to each one. For the first time, you'll be able to apply collectible mastery-like buffs to individual champions. Interesting. Summoners will initially find relics in a new solo competitive mode. They aren't. Before being slowly rolled out as rewards across the mode in the game. At launch, you'll be able to use your relics and their power in solo competitive and a few other modes of content before we roll out across the entire game after launch. Collect relics, unique objects with different slots that offer new power and mastery-like buffs in individual champions. Customize your MCOC upgrade relics to house more buffs. Wow, okay, I don't know if I like the idea of that. And allow higher quality buffs to be equipped, discover more powerful buffs, and create the perfect relic build for your favorite individual champion. Assign strikers, learn more about that. Yeah, so I guess that goes with it. Strikers will be the top tier equipables that you can apply to relics. To be honest, I completely forgot to read a lot of this stuff because it's a bit like Marvel Future Revolution. If anybody liked that game or disliked that game or has bad vibes and bad vibes towards it, then it's exactly the same when it comes to minions and how you they were called minions. I can't remember what they were actually called. They were like assistants. You could basically be like your main character being Captain Marvel, and you could have Nick Fury kind of like bust in to do some moves. So it's kind of like that, to be honest. But it's like they implemented it quicker than Kabam did. So it just goes to show you with that one. But yeah, does that exactly seem like it's the same as this? Possibly not. It's similar in the fact you are slotting something in, but as well there's trait things, as I say, the trait bonuses and trait collection bonuses, whatever, which seems like it's going to be associated with it. So I want to say somewhat yes, but somewhat no. It's difficult to compare it because it's like saying, well, in any kind of game, if you have a slottable item to put in, it'll either have stat improvement or have an ability improvement. So just because Kabam have called it relics in one game doesn't mean it is exactly the same as Kabam says in the other. But it's certainly interesting to get an idea of how this could work, or by the name. But yeah, I think we'll end it on that particular point. As I said, information about the Spring Dev Diary I'll probably put in the comment section down below if you want to kind of catch yourself up on it. Do bear in mind though, games change, so this being put out in April, May 2021 may not be the same in which they kind of put this in whenever they're planning to put relics in, and let's face it, that might go in soon, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that's it's definitely not with Act 8.1 rewards, so it might be with the same Season 2 of Battlegrounds, for example. We'll have to see. But yeah, information in the link in the description for that if you're interested. As I said, take that Relics image from Mirrorverse with a pinch of salt. Yes, it's interesting and it's fun to compare, but at the same time, there may be some stuff that's different because a lot of the time it's not. We might not be increasing stats, but what we will be increasing is going like, okay, well, this Cosmic Champion can get Mystic Dispersion. Possibly. I mean, they refer to it as mastery-like buffs. So what are we saying? Masteries improve stun timer as a relic thing. Possibly. Don't know. Just speculation there. But yeah, that's been it. That's been the news. Thanks very much to everybody that supports the channel as a YouTube member and as a patron. You're on screen right now. Thank you for keeping the love and support. Also, those that support on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live. I think we're going to be live streaming some Fall Guys. I do want to get some Cavalier difficulty finished off. I've got one more kind of like mission to do, and then it's done. So might do that first, then do some Fall Guys because of the new season. I've got some other content located on screen right now. There may not be another video today. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about another idea. If not, lots of weekend content. Cheers, everybody. Have a good day. Bye-bye.